Good morning. Hi everyone. Hello, hello. Happy Monday. I don't know what I'm looking for. I want to feel cuddly right now. I want to wrap something around me. That's how I feel today. This is not working. This isn't working. Hi, Nicolette. Good morning, love. Hi. Where's my chat box? It was just here. I want to see it. Hi, Stephanie. Hello, my darling. Thinking of you, so proud of you. I know you just had your radio station talk and your album premiere. I just wanted to send you a huge congratulations. So proud of you. That's such a big deal. Hope I have all the information right. Yeah, I heard it's actually pretty cold in Southern California, Nicolette. Burr. Love when that happens. Love, love, love. Oh good, we got some more people hopping on. We got lots of time. Well, not really. We don't really have a lot of time before class starts, but I want to give us some time to connect and chat and catch up. Because it's been just a crazy week. Okay, album release show is this Friday. Album will be available everywhere next Tuesday, November 22nd. Perfect. Okay, so that's what it was. I remember the number. I was like, oh, 1122, doing some special numbers there. Well, 112222. So you got 4 numbers. We love it. That's been like my whole shit lately. I've just been extremely aware of angel numbers. And I just love seeing them because they're like little reminders to keep going, that I'm in the right path, or that something is meant to be, something is coming. So yes, we love the special numbers. Hey Sharon, so proud of you for making it. Hello. Kayla, good morning. Good morning. Yes. Hey Shayla, good morning. Yes. Gosh, so good to see you all today. I don't know if you see this behind, well, other way. This behind me, I got a ballet bar. I'm so excited. I've been messing with it all week, but I'm just so happy to have that prop finally. I feel like it took me a little too long to acquire that. And finally I was like, okay, no more fucking around. Time to get you a bar. Because we're going to be doing bar this Friday. So if you're in my Patreon, we're going to be doing bar this Friday. It's going to be the last one of this year because we're going to do some other things for December. I like to change up the energy a little bit as we go into winter. So I hope to see you this Friday. There is going to be a little bit of a time change because once it gets dark, my whole body totally like down regulates and is like, hey, it's bedtime. So normally our classes were at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, but I'm going to be bumping that forward by 2 hours. I know that makes it kind of a deal breaker for some people because maybe they're not available at that time. So this Friday's class will be at 3 p.m. Pacific and 6 p.m. for my Eastern timers. Yay, hi Carly May. Yes, Kayla. So just wanted to put that out there because I know some people have to hop off really quick. So if I don't see you this Friday, maybe I'll see you the day before Thursday. We do our beginners class every single Thursday. We weren't able to do it this last week because we had a really wild storm. It was supposed to be gone by that time, but it was still like a little crazy outside. So I'm just like, I don't know if my internet's gonna like snap off. So I'm just gonna tell everybody, hey, enjoy your week off. I'll see you on Monday. That's how that went. All right, so let's talk about what we're doing for today. So we're going to be working on angles all this month. And in particular today, we're gonna focus on your side angle or extended side angle. This is a really challenging shape. It asks you to do a lot through your hips, through your core, because you're gonna be holding your torso at an angle out to the side, maybe with the arms extended and not just resting the arm on the side. We're really gonna be working with those side bending shapes. So this is gonna ask a lot of your upper abdominals and making sure that you're feeling grounded enough and stable enough through your foundations. So through the legs, through the hips, and then into those more pelvic floor and core spaces. So it's gonna be really fun. If you got them, some blocks can be really handy, as well as having some space on the wall. I just wanna show you something at the end. I know not everybody has enough space for their entire body on a wall, but maybe something that you can try at another time if you don't have the space in your house, in a space that actually has the space. So let's head over to the main camera. I'm gonna turn down this and then let's swappity swap cameras. Swoop. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling better already. I'm just like anticipating how I'm gonna be feeling after this class. So as always, like I'm gonna give as many variations as I can, options for you to try. I don't really have like a specific playlist for you today. I'm always in favor of people going with what they're vibing off of. So let me pick something for myself. I'm like, what was the last thing I was listening to? Ah, yes. I'm trying to teach myself German, so I was listening to stories in German. That is not going to be my playlist for myself today. Oh, let's see. I want you to play on my phone, silly goose. I love this album. Do you guys like Bonobo? I love Bonobo. When this album came out, I was doing a lot of stuff with a dance company, and all the contemporary dancers were doing pieces to Bonobo. Everybody. All right. So again, like I said, let me just make sure I got eyes on my microphone piece. Boom. Great. All right. So again, blocks can be super handy for you. I might actually scooch this bad boy so that I got all the space I need. Hooray for portable bars, you know what I mean? I just make sure it's, nope, that doesn't fit there. Let's take it this way. All right, there it is. That's how it disappears. Great. All right. I think we get started on all fours. And once you make it onto all fours, we're just going to start with your wrists. So spread out your paws nice and wide. And I want you to really see the foundational connections through your fingertips as well. Sometimes when I'm noticing people that are kind of new to yoga or starting to make some headway, is that maybe their hands start to cup a little bit when they're on the ground. And I know this practice can feel really strange because you're starting to use your hands almost as if they were your feet. So when I feel the most stable in my feet, I can really feel like they're spread out and like my toes are gripping into the ground. So do the same here with your hands. And we're just gonna move in a circular pattern. Out and around, out and around. And I want you to feel the weight shift from the heels of your hands forwards towards the knuckles. And then we're going to move these circles in the other direction. Great, we'll do 2 more. And when you make it all the way back to center, let's walk your knees a little bit forwards and closer together so that you can flip your right hand like a pancake and focus on stretching the top of your forearm. When the knees are closer together and closer to your hands, we're able to really modulate how much weight is on your hands and wrists. Great, let's do the same thing with the other side. So left hand flips. Great, and we'll bring your hands back down to the ground. I want you to tuck your toes and take a seat onto your heels. So we're disguising a foot stretch real quick. And while your feet are stretching here, give your wrists a little bit of a shake out, roll them in circles. You can even bring them together. Roll the wrists, a little uns, 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 boots and cats, boots and cats. One last little shake out. And then place your hands onto your thighs or right on your hips. And I want us to take 5 breaths here in this toe stretch. Oh, I promise I did not just break my neck. That felt so good. Oh. Really dig in. Parasympathetic nervous system with those big breaths. Last one here. And then we'll take ourselves back forwards onto all fours for a moment, but float your feet up off the ground, circle out your ankles, and then shift both of your ankles over to the right. As the shins come back in contact with the ground, sit your butt behind your heels. Left hand is going to sit off by your side, and I want you to push your hips up and get a stretch through your side body. So we're arcing into the side body, yeah? Bring the hips back down, and let's repeat this a couple more times. Lift and open. Nice, bring it back down. I feel like we should do 3 more of those because that felt so good. Lift, up and over. Nice, back down. Up and over. And back down. Nice, last one. And back down. Let's take ourselves back through tabletop. And we'll get set up for the other side of that. So feet are gonna float. Windshield them over to your left. Windshield wipe them. I didn't complete the sentence. Right hand is gonna plant right by your hip, giving yourself enough space to lift and do that same arcing side body stretch. So I want you to feel like your hips are getting pushed over towards your left hand side. And then we'll bring it back down. Good. I'm just doing this little like port-a-bras in front of me. And then we'll open it back up. Good, we'll do 3 more. Nice, last one. And we'll take it back down. Shift yourself back forward onto all fours. And I want you to open up your knees a little bit, bringing the big toes together and sitting back onto your heels again. We're gonna kind of combine all the things we just did and make one big dynamic movement, okay? So I want you to hinge from your hips, move forwards, and reach your arms forward in front of you, just onto your fingertips here. We're gonna walk the hands over to the left, and then we'll bring them back to center. Same thing, walk both hands over to the right, and then bring it back to center. Now walk yourself all the way back up to sitting on your heels. Left hand works behind you. I want you to push your hips forward and reach through the right arm. So now we're not focusing just on the side body, we're also getting front body, kind of like a camel position, right? Bring your hips back down. Right hand plants, left arm reaches up and over. Push the hips forward. Nice, bring it back down. And then let's combine all those things together. So start by hinging forward. Start to move the torso to the left. Left hand plants, reach up and back. Bring it back forwards and come through center. Notice what my arms are doing. Right arm, right hand plants, lift the hips. Yes. Same thing with the left. Left arm, right arm. Left hand plants, lift. Let's do it one more time to the right. Great, one more time to the left. And then we'll bring it back to center. Back to all fours. Give your knees a break with downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Pedal out the legs. And then from your downward facing dog, we'll take a peek at the front. We'll walk our feet to the front and we'll hang out in this forward fold. If your hamstrings are just super duper tight, we're gonna work on them here in a second, but know that you can always place some blocks, either one or both, underneath your hands. All right, we're gonna go for what's called an elephant walk. We're not even walking, we're just in place. I just want you to bend into your left knee. Good, and then switch, bend into your right knee. I know I'm super creaky cracky today, huh? Yikes. All right, so we're just doing this side to side a few times. All right, the next time your right leg is nice and long and your left knee is bent, I want you to hold. Roll to the outside edge of your right foot. This intense stretch is going to be felt in your outer calf and into your ankle. Now to add just a little more to it, reach your right arm up towards the sky. So this is an open twist. While you're up here, a few things can happen. You can circle out your wrist. That's one of my favorite things to do. You can circle out your whole arm if that feels good. I'm always in favor of a little bit of self-exploration within shapes. So lovely. Let's bring the right foot back down to flat. Now we'll bend the right knee, lengthen through the left, and we'll try to accomplish the same thing on this side. So roll to the outside edge of your left foot. Oh my God. Yikes, dude. I don't know what I've been doing to that left leg, but it is protesting right now. All right, Left arm is going to reach up if you did this on the other side, and you can give it a little circle. One way, the other way. You can do your big arm circles if that felt good. Nicely done. Let's bring it back. Bend into both of your knees. And let's roll you up to standing. We're going to wake up your nervous system with a couple of heel checks. So I want you to just lift and drop the heels. It's not trying to be anything particular. We're just waking up the nervous system, waking up the legs, waking up the calves. Good. You can keep it the heel checks, or you can take a little hop in place. When I'm doing this, I like to sometimes shift my hips side to side and make sure that your arms are staying really heavy and you're not trying to control them. Don't forget to breathe. When you start to feel the burn in your legs and in your butt, that's a good thing. That's what we're looking for. We got 60 more seconds. I know that seems like a long time, doesn't it? Just tap into your breath. Tap into this reminder of what it feels like to be alive, to be breathing with your blood pumping, the heart racing. 30 more seconds. Maybe in these last 30 seconds, the moves change a little bit. You feel a little more creative. You want to move a little bit side to side. Maybe you completely change your direction, facing the back, facing the side. Nice, last 10. Good, last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And 1. Let your feet find the ground. Bring a hand to heart, a hand to stomach. Close your eyes. Bring the chin a little bit closer to your chest. And breathe, reset. A reminder of that gratitude. Every day we get to move as a gift. One more time, breath in and breath out. Step out your feet just a little bit wider. Open your eyes, lift your chin a little bit. Big breath in, reach the arms up. And with your exhale, take them by your side body. Good, again, inhale, reach up. Back by your side body. This one's a little different. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold. Hang in that fold. Bring your thumbs into opposing elbow creases. Sway side to side. Now let's release the thumbs from your elbow creases. Walk the hands up onto your shins and show me what a halfway lift looks like. Think about extending your sit bones back behind you. Pull the ribs in. Draw the shoulder blades down your back. Now you feel it in those hamstrings, don't you? Great, let's bring our hands down to the ground. We'll step ourselves back into high plank. Glide yourself forward a ½ inch and then retreat back into downward facing dog. Right away, lift your heels, roll it forward, back into high plank. See how much the feet are working back there. And then bend into the knees and slide back down dog. Let's do that a few more times. Lift, lengthen, reach forwards. And exhale, take it back. 3 more just like that. Nice, last 2. On your last one, you can add in a chaturanga if you like. Bending into the elbows 90 degrees, knees can come down. And then I want you to choose back bend of your choice, cobra or your upward facing. So whichever feels intuitively the best for you. And then pull it back into your downward facing dog. Reset with 3 breaths. Nice, one more. And then we'll take ourselves back forward to high plank. Lower both of your knees down. And we're gonna move into a side plank, but modified. So spin onto your left knee, lengthen your right leg back. Notice how you can keep the knee underneath your hip and it creates this bigger arch. If you want, you can move that knee a little bit further down so you feel a lot more aligned. Now I want you to try to pick up your right foot here. Flex into that foot and take your right hand and feel the outside of your right hip and glute. I want that to feel activated and on. Right here, we're gonna do 10 lifts with this right leg. Good, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, nicely done. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your right heel in towards your buttocks. See if you can grab for the top of that foot and ankle, and then open up your chest towards that side. This is a modified partridge position. Nicely done. Let's release that foot. Bring yourself back onto all fours. Reset a little bit by moving your hips from right to left. And then we're gonna do side 2. So spin onto the right knee, lengthen the left leg back. Again, when the hip is stacked right over the knee, it can be a little tough to feel aligned. So you can just move the knee a little bit further down. Now, pick up your left foot, flex, and we're gonna go for 10, yeah? You know the drill. You can touch on the hip, touch on the butt. It lets you know when it's working. We got 6. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the heel in towards your buttocks. See if you can grab for the foot and then kick the leg behind you. So good. Let's release this foot, bringing yourself back onto all fours. Same thing, a little hip bump side to side. One breath in, one breath out. With your next inhale, tuck your toes. And with your exhale, take it up and back into downward facing dog. Heels high, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, come to the front of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. See how much you can dig into that fold. Great, inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, bring the arms back by your side body. Inhale, take them back up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips, work down. Halfway lift. Work through your chaturanga. Step back, high to mid. Upward facing or your low cobra. And exhale, take it back into down dog. Reset with 2 breaths. You're gonna move on the 3rd. Breath in. Breath out. Now we move. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale to the front of your mat, half lift. Exhale, deep curling fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, arms back by side body. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Nice, chaturanga. Know that you can start adding in your jump backs if that feels right. If you're doing those jump backs, just make sure that you're landing with your bent elbows. Downward facing dog, 2 breaths of reset. Again, on the third one, we move. All right, if you already started moving, great. I'm gonna meet you there, top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, arms by side body. Great, inhale, take it back up. And forward fold. Halfway lift. Working through your chatas, jump backs. Upward facing. And downward facing dog. Now here you're going to take a longer reset. And if you want a little extra shoulder attention, take it down to your dolphin. So forearms work to the ground. One thing that I want you to focus on, if you are doing this option, is to try to keep your hands in an 11 as best you can. What I tend to see is that the elbows start to splay out. Yes, this is the stance I am choosing to be in right now. How can I be low enough for you to see me if I don't do this? So again, do your best. Try to keep the elbows in alignment. And one thing that I like to do is I like to place them down like palms up. And then I flip the hands over. So that way it kind of locks my elbows in place. Yeah? You guys are doing great. You've got 10 more seconds, either holding your down dog or holding in your dolphin position. Last 5. Great. 4, 3, last 2. And then we'll walk you back up onto downward facing dog if you were down. Nice. Walk your hands to the back of your mat, please. So you should land in a standing forward fold at the back. Great. Start to roll yourself up to standing. You can also come up with a flat back. Great. And we're going to meet with your hands at heart center. All right, now we're going to do a hand position called steeple grip. So all of your fingers except for the pointers are going to close. And I want you to cross your thumbs. Yeah? So thumbs are crossed, pointer, the rest are interlaced. Do your best as we do this to keep the heels of the hands together. Yeah? We're going to take the steeple grip all the way up above your head. The feet are going to walk together. Now I want you to drag the shoulders down your back, lengthen the tailbone down, and zip everything together all the way from your heel up to your pubis. Right. Do you feel your low abs and upper abs pull in? That's what we're wanting to do. We work up and over to the left-hand side. In your hot yoga practices, you're going to hear this called your crescent. So it kind of looks like a little crescent shape, crescent moon, yeah? Think about bumping your hips over to the right a little bit more. And notice if your left armpit starts to roll underneath you. Think about rolling it to the front of your space. Last 3. Nice, last 2. And we bring it up on 1. Try to keep those arms up, reset. Up and over to the right. Good, holding this crescent shape, this is a challenging one. Keep trying to trust the hips over to the left without over collapsing in the right hand side. Last 3. Last 2. And 1. bring it back to center. Release your arms by your side body and feel all those little tinglies, pins and needles all throughout the arms, all throughout the hands. Feels so good. Take one more breath here. And then we'll bend into your knees and we'll sit back into a chair position. Hands can work at heart. They can also extend in front of you. Well, up at an angle, we'll say. Dig a little bit deeper. We're there for 3. There for 2. Nicely done. Bring your hands down to the ground. Walk yourself forward into a high plank position. Keep your feet together. Let's try to go into Vashisthasana side plank. Reaching your right arm up, holding the core intact. Know that you can also add on a lift of the right leg, but it really isn't necessary, only if you feel like that's what you need. Try to dig into that left shoulder. Notice it's not collapsed, it's trying to pull down and away. If you absolutely need it, you can stagger the feet. You're here for 3, here for 2, and 1. Let's try to go all the way over to the other side without skipping a beat. So this is one of the best exercises that you can do if you have scoliosis, if you have any issues that feel like they're single-sided or unilaterally focused. Oof. It is sneaky core, it is shoulder strength, my God. Last 3. Last 2. And 1. Let's bring you back to center. You can adjust the feet to hip width distance. We're gonna try to hold this plank. Shoulders over wrists. Your knees can come down, but you're only here for 15 more seconds, and then a break is here for you. Keep pushing into the ground, external rotation through the arms. You've got 7. You can do this. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Take a break. Wow. Hello, arms. My arms feel alive. All right, my loves. We're going to use this last half of class to start to get into the actual side angle things. So we'll do a little bit of love for the hips from the ground, work our way up, and then we're gonna try to add on from our extended side angle and work into half moon today. So keeping your blocks towards the front is gonna be really helpful. All right, we're gonna work into your downward facing dog in 10 seconds. All right, we're heading back there. I'm talking to myself now. I'm like, it's time to go, Tracy. All right, downward facing dog, let's get it. From this down dog, let's lift up your right leg, open up your hip, bend into your knee. Try to press equally through your hands. Lengthen the left heel down towards the earth. Good, we'll square everything off. Lengthen through the right leg, pull the knee in towards your chest, step through to your low lunge. Right away, lower your left knee down, and a couple times get into your hip flexors and hamstrings. I know I do this probably every class, but I think this is an important thing to do damn near every day. Once you take it back into your bent position, I want you to bring your left knee right under your hip and stack. So you should have 2 right angles, front and back leg. Right arm is going to lengthen in front of you and press into the inside of your right thigh. Left arm reaches up, and then we're gonna go up and over towards the right hand side. So we're trying to get deep into your psoas and into the hip flexor. Great, one more breath here. And we'll bring you back to center. Hands come back down to the ground, simply so that you can adjust this left leg. I'm just kickstanding it behind me, coming back up and lengthening my right leg all the way long. You can do this pointed, or you can do it with a flexed foot, whatever your preference is. Reach your arms to the front and back of your mat, lean towards that right leg, and let's go into your gate pose. Left arm up, right arm down. Now maintain this position in the torso, but rebend into your right knee. The first thing I notice when I come to this shape, typically my hips are still pointing back behind me. Do you kind of see? You can even tell from like the shadows and what the light is doing on my body. When I push my hips forward, see how that light comes in? It's working forwards. This is what is going to help us in these big shapes like your extended side angle. Now see if you can float your right arm up off of the ground. Feel that in your thighs? That's what we want. I almost want to feel like my back leg and my front leg are trying to come together, trying to squeeze together. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. And 1. Let's re-lengthen back into the right leg. Left hand can come down to the ground behind you. Let's stretch out through the side body. Yes. And then from here, we're just going to spin to the back, step back into downward facing dog. And then we're gonna do all that shit on the other side. Left leg lifts, open up through your hip. Keep trying to anchor the right heel down, square through both of your arms. Great, let's square off. Lengthen through the left leg. Big step through center, lower your right knee down. We started off with a couple of your hip flexor hamstrings. Great, now we'll bring it back into our bend. We're gonna walk our back knee a little bit forwards so that we can stack, working the shoulders directly above the hips. Left arm reaches to the inside of that left leg. Give it a little bit of pressure, a little bit of a push, but of course the thigh is pushing back into the arm. Right arm reaches up. Let's work up and over to your left hand side. Oh my gosh. Wow, the psoas on this side, very intense. All right, let's bring you back up. Hands come back down to the ground. We're gonna adjust the back leg so we're working into that kickstanded shape. Back into our stacked position. Arms reaching to the front and back, lengthen through the left leg. I always feel like I have to scoot a little bit. And then we're working left arm down, right arm high. So this is kind of like your triangle, your Trikonasana. Similar energy, similar shape, you just have your back knee on the ground, right? Great, now let's rebend into our front knee and see about pushing the pelvis forwards. Once you've got that, what's essentially a posterior tilt, seeing if you can float the left arm up right here, all in that right oblique. all into the front thigh. Everything's zippering together. The inner thighs, the pelvic floor, low belly core, outer hips. You're zipping for 3. Last 2, wow. And 1, let's lengthen through the left leg. That left thigh is feeling shaky today. Right arm comes in contact with the earth behind you. Reach through the left. And then we're gonna bring it back to the original front. So left arm is gonna come down, right foot steps back, and back we go into our downward facing dog. Take a quick moment of reset again. You can spend that time by pedaling out through the legs, back and forth from high plank to down dogs. If you're feeling inversiony today, you can even harness the opportunity to take a couple of handstand hops from here, even donkey kickers, or donkey kicks where you just kind of kick the heels into your butt. So that, of course, makes this a lot more cardiovascular. Whatever your options are. You've got 5 more seconds. Last 3. Great, last 2. You're almost out of here. On 1, back to your downward facing dog. Now lift up your right leg high, just like you did on that first side. Open up your right hip, bend into your knee. If you want it, drop that foot behind you and go into your flip dog, yeah? Pushing through the hips. You've already created shapes like this in class. Bring it back around. Let's go right knee to left tricep. Extend the leg out, reach through the left. You've now rolled to the inside of your back foot. Bring it back around. Right leg lifts up. Knee to nose, big step through low lunge. All right, let's bring it up into your high crescent, stacking your shoulders up above your hips. Breath in. Great. With your exhale, I want you to lean forward and reach both of your arms behind you. Now, I want you to really trust into the thigh. What I did in order to do that is to essentially create a more posterior tilt position in the pelvis. Yeah? Great. Let's bring it back up. Inhale, breath. Exhale, lean forwards. Again, inhale, back up. Exhale, lean forwards. Nicely done. Stay here for 1 more breath in. With your exhale, move into your warrior 2. Left arm back, right arm forwards. Now, the first thing that we're going to do to avoid this shape in the thighs is to take away some of the flexion in the knee. What I want you to try to do here is to stack the knee directly above your ankle. Tilt into the pelvis, yeah? And also even the hip. So notice if the right hip is lower than the left. We're trying to go for evenness here. Lean and reach towards that right leg and move into just side angle. We're not even extended yet. We're just in our side angle. Right here, you're gonna reach for the ground and then bring it back up. We're gonna do that 10 times, down and up. I know, this is tough. My thighs are burning too. We got 4. We got 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lengthen through the right leg, take it up and back into your reverse Trikonasana. Now with your exhale, let's take it all the way down into our full extended side angle. Right hand can come down to the ground or onto a block. This is where your blocks, 1 or even 2, are going to be really handy. Left arm. I want you to take it in front of you, reach down to the ground, and once it reaches towards the front of your space, open up your torso. Now, I am looking at myself in a computer screen, so luckily I can see myself, but what we're trying to create is a long line of energy from your left middle finger all the way down to your left heel. So I'm just noticing I need to bump those hips down a little bit and focus on the tuck in my tailbone. We're here for 3. Yes. Last 2. and 1. Let's sweep it down to the ground. You can go through your high to mid plank from here, even making it ekapada. Upward facing and downward facing dog. Breaths in. Breaths out. We got another side, guys. Left leg lifts. Open up your hip, bend into your knee. If you did it on the other side, flip it back behind you. Push. Nice. Take it back around. Left knee towards right tricep. Kick that leg out. Open up your hips. Great. Let's bring it back up. Three-legged dog. Need to know, step through low lunge. Rise into your high crescent. Y'all, my thighs are tired today. Woo! All right, arms are up. And then we're going to lean forwards and put a lot of the weight into the thigh. We're doing that by tucking the tailbone. Yeah? Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, sweep it back. So great. Inhale, back up. Exhale, sweep it back. Let's just do one more. Inhale up. Exhale, sweep it back and hold. Take your breath in. Exhale, open up into your warrior 2. All right. Your good foundations for everything else in here is going to be coming from this warrior 2. So set up your legs, knee right over ankle. Think about the knee tracking kind of somewhere between that second and third toe. Reach through the arms. Take your inhale. Exhale, let's move into your side angle. Lift and lower. Reach and up. Reach and up. Reach and up. Is your pelvis right? Tailbone tucked. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Straighten through the front leg. Take it into your reverse triangle. And then let's work down into our full extended side angle. So left arm either down on the ground, on a block. Remember what we were doing on the ground? We were pushing that pelvis forward. We were letting the sun see that tummy. Top arm. Big guitar strum in front of you. And work through that extension. Middle finger all the way down to the heel. Pressing pelvis forwards, forwards, forwards. This is brutal. Like if you asked me to come up from here, I probably couldn't. Or I would look real funny doing it. If that's any consolation. We're here for 3. Nice, nice. We're here for 2. And 1. Let's bring it back down to the ground. You can move the block. And make your way through your chaturangas any way you like. Upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Oh. All right, kiddos, we got 1 final push here. And then we're home safe. 1 breath in. 1 breath out. Again, one more time. Dig in deep. Breath in. And breath out. Right leg lifts. Again, open the hip, drop it behind you, pushing the hips up towards the ceiling. That's it. Take right knee, left tricep, extend it out. No, you can also go for your Visvaram. And we'll take it back up. Need to know, step through low lunge. High crescent. With your exhale, fly it back. Option to level it up to take it into warrior 3. And back into your high crescent. Great. Either leaning forwards or warrior 3. Last time, take it up. Leaning forwards or warrior three. And if you're in that warrior three, give your standing leg a little bit of a bend. Nice, let's step it back into your warrior two. And go into your side angle. Taking it all the way into your full extended. Inhale breaths. Exhale, work into your Trikonasana. Lengthen out through the right leg. Feel that adjustment through the hips. One breath in. With your exhale, bring it all the way up. Keep the triangle legs, reverse Trikonasana. And then we're going to bring you back, bending into your right knee. We're going to try to go into your half moon, your Ardha Chandrasana from here. So I've got my block at the front. It's helpful to heel toe in your back leg a little bit. Bend into it, and let's take off. So, single-legged balanced position here. What I want you to be leery of is a leg that's too high, just for this first one. Yeah. Come on, hips. Be my friend today. Just look at something unmoving on the ground. That's always going to be the biggest help. See maybe if you can get lighter on those fingertips, or even let the fingertips leave the ground or block. Here for 3. Here for 2. And 1, get out of there, step on back. We'll give it one more reverse triangle because that felt really good. And then we'll bring it down to the ground. You can go through any way you like. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Let's finish off strong. Left leg lifts, open up your hip. Big drop back, open up. And then we'll take it through. Left knee to right tricep. Again, you can extend out, or you can go for your Visvaramastrasana. All right, let's bring it back up. 3-legged. Knee to nose, step through low lunge. High crescent. Final pushes, my darlings. And then either fly forwards or work into your warrior 3. Nice, step back. Either lean forward or warrior 3. Last one, step back. Warrior 3. Now, if you are in your Vira 3, see if you can bend your standing leg a little bit. And then we'll all work back into warrior 2. Breath in. Exhale, side angle. Take that top arm work into your full extension. One inhale. Exhale, triangle position. So right arm reaches back up. Left arm is with the ground or on the block. Breath in. Exhale, lift up your torso. Inhale, reverse. And with that exhale, we make our way back, and we're going to prep to get into that final big shape. We're going into our Ardha Chandrasana. So I like to work my back foot in a little bit. Block finds the ground. And we'll lift. The one thing that I'm always trying to correct, which kind of made me eat shit on the first side, was my left leg sometimes tries to like turn in. So it's really hard to find this level of hip opening and control. It really is tough. So if you're like falling all over the place, don't be hard on yourself. This shit's actually incredibly difficult. Now, if you're feeling really stable, which oddly enough, I feel more stable on this side, you can get light on your fingertips, remove them from the block. We're here for 3, here for 2, and we'll step it back. One more reverse triangle. Final way to get through high to mid plank. You guys did amazing. Upward facing. And you can take it straight back into a child's pose. You can take it into down dog. If you're in your downward facing dog and feeling like you have one final push in you, you can even work your way to a jump through, something like that, but we're all gonna meet in a seated position. We really pushed it to the to the very end on this one. All right, if you're still in that child's pose or down dog, let's work our way to a seated position. So like I said, if you're feeling advanced and want to do a jump through, do your jump throughs. But I'm just gonna come here. You can be seated. You can even work into a lotus, half or even full. Just get those ankles a little bit stretched out. I'm gonna take a final round of breath here. I'm gonna give you like a halfway point if you're doing a halfway lotus, so that you can switch. All right, if you're in a half lotus, switch the positions of your feet. We'll take 4 more breaths here. All right, if you're working your lotus with me, let's start to undo it. And we're all gonna meet in a Parsvakonasana with that diamond push out nice and wide. Start to fold forwards towards your feet. We'll take 10 more seconds here. Then we'll slowly roll ourselves up. And you can take one last round of breaths either up on your seat again or lay down on your back. So whatever you prefer and feels the most intuitively right. Meditation is a really powerful tool for finding our homeostasis, coming back to our center, coming back to gratitude. Try to let your jaw be soft, the muscles be soft. 10 more breaths. Take one last breath here. And then bring a hand to heart, a hand onto your belly, and give yourself a little love. Remind yourself of why you came here. Friends, I am so grateful to guide you today. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself, showing up for class. It really is an honor to guide you, even in this digital space. That was a tough one for me. Wow. I need to eat after that. Woo! That was hard for me. Obviously, I'm shining and sweating right now. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, baby. So proud of you for doing all that. Oh, so special. So special. Oh, Kayla, thank you. You are so welcome. It's such an honor to have you in class. Hope you have a great day. Let me yeet my AirPod case across the room in celebration of you. Oh, Shayla, my baby. Yes. We love an exhilarating challenge. Yes, we do. I feel like there's part of us that can be apprehensive of challenge. But when we drop in and when we get through it and get to the other side of it, I know I always feel so much better. So much better. Oh, Anna, thank you. Alexandra, thank you. I'm seeing the comments come through on Patreon. Oh, thank you. Oh, also, where the heck is that bra from? So this is a really old school Lululemon. I haven't really found Lululemon to do anything like this since. Like, I know that there's been like some two-tone bras, but when I found this, I remember this season I grabbed so many of their pieces because they were doing this really awesome mustard yellow. So I was like all about the mustard. Maybe Shayla knows. Is there other bras like this, Shayla, if you're still here? Shayla is one of my dear friends that works with Lululemon in Las Vegas. So maybe she knows. Maybe she knows. We'll see. Here. Yes. Yeah, I especially love the back of it. Oh, so cute. I'm obsessed. Missed the question, sorry, no worries. I had a comment that came through Patreon about the bra, and I mentioned that it was from Lulu, but I don't know if they're doing anything like this style anymore, because this was from like 3 years ago. That's the only thing about Lulu is they have their things and then they come through and then they're gone, so it's really tough. Nicolette, give my best to the marmalade, your ginger baby. Tell Marmalade thank you for coming to class, even though clearly she was going batshit. Yeah, that was an exclusive piece. That's what I thought. Darn it. I think that was Anna that asked the question. Sorry, Anna. Oh man, all those special pieces. I'm actually trying to, been meaning, I want to go to Lulu and get some of their bodysuits because they have the bodysuits out right now. I want the suits for my body. I just get so lazy because I need to use my ambassador discount, but I also don't want to go in the store. I just want to order it from my home. Oh, shit. Well, if I don't see you guys this week, I hope to see you next week. I'm not going anywhere for the holidays, so we're going to have a really, normal class schedule outside of the week following next. So I'll keep you guys kind of up to date. This Monday won't really change. So if this is the only one you come to, then you good. Ooh, asymmetric bra right now? Okay, I'm gonna have to go look. Gonna go online and check it out. All right, you guys, if I don't see you Thursday for beginners class or Friday for bar, I'll see you here next week. Same time, same channel. I hope you all have a beautiful and blessed rest of your Monday. Take good care of yourself. Drink some water. Eat a good meal after this. That was a tough one. That's what I plan on doing right now. And I'll see you guys soon, okay? Hugs and kisses. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you next time.